pardon me, BBN Jack Frost. How's everybody doing? There has been a situation for everybody that don't know in Illinois during the parade on 4th of July. Let me wipe this camera real quick. During the 4th of July parade, there was a gunman out there. Gunmen out at the 4th of July parade in Illinois. And apparently what happened was 6 people so far are gone. I'm going to show y'all a little bit of the footage that I'm going to be able to get off of the TV right here. And I'm going to, you're going to be able to hear the actual situation. So, hold on a second.
Now, we saw in the Facebook post, the person who posted this video.
Okay, so the person who posted the video, just so y'all know, they were actually in their home. And they ran down to the basement at that point and started, they ran down to the basement at that point, started getting themselves together with their family. They're saying that the gunman, just so we could be clear, I'm sorry, my stomach. They're saying that the gunman left the actual rifle. I don't get it. So he dropped the rifle, he left the rifle, and he went for, they're currently searching for him. They're going door to door searching for him. So you can see, hold on.
On that rifle.
I'm going to turn this volume down if you don't mind. So they're actually going door to door currently, and they're searching for him. So he's currently on the run. They're currently searching for him. Thank you for being here. The posting is my pleasure. So they're currently looking for him right now. There is a manhunt going on currently. A white male is the description. Right now, they're currently looking to see if there's anybody that might have, they're asking if there's anybody that has footage that they might have caught the guy on tape. What up, Springs? What up, Trevor Becker? How you doing? What up, Black Cuddy, Blueface? Tommy Mato. So this is them going basically door to door. They're still looking for him. Dude is on the run. They have the weapon. So basically they have the weapon. And basically they're saying that they're going to get the, the prints off of it. And they're going to find out who it was sold to and if it was stolen and whatnot and everything else like that. But look, this is them. They just going door to door through the street. What up, Rod? All right, let's hear what this guy got to say real quick.
Their injuries were horrific.
out that they are making significant progress and the gunman is being heavily pursued. Authorities have talked about the fact that they have recovered a rifle. That rifle, it is believed, and our experts have been telling us all day, that there is very likely DNA evidence on that rifle. There is very likely fingerprints on that rifle. Even if there aren't any fingerprints, there's DNA. Because that person on a hot July day outside of Chicago was probably sweating, even just from the adrenaline from themselves, to say nothing of the heat on a July day in the Chicago area. This community, what he described, what he saw.
Got to the two areas, you saw blood everywhere. You saw bodies down. You saw people screaming. You saw massive amounts of blood in the people that were gone. Their injuries were horrific.
And that from someone who is in the medical profession, a doctor, and even he seemed shaken by what had happened. Hard not to be. Hundreds of people out on this 4th of July day to celebrate a holiday, to celebrate freedom. We've heard over and again from people saying they do not feel free anymore when things like this can happen literally anywhere in America.
Okay, so that's what's going on right now. Dude is on the run. Hold on, look like we got some people talking. Biden. Let's see what Biden got to say. I ain't gonna turn the camera, we're just gonna listen.
The youngest to the oldest, people who were hurt here. You are now looking at President Biden, who is beginning his remarks at the White House. Let's take a moment to listen.
Thank you all for being here. Good evening, my fellow Americans. Today we mark the 246th anniversary of our independence as a nation and recommit ourselves to the great experiment of America. While the events of 1776 were remote in time, their meaning is real, vivid, and continually unfolding. Don't worry, we got babies at home. It's okay. Children are allowed to cry. For America is always becoming, always on the move, always a work in progress. That's the key word, a key idea, a keynote in the life of our nation. Progress, forward motion, the creation of possibilities, the fulfillment of promises. That's the American story. And you all know well, it's not a simple one. It never has been. It's often been the case that after we've taken giant steps forward, we've taken a few steps backwards. And after doing the hard work of laying the foundation of a better future, the worst of our past has reached out and pulled us back on occasion. But I know this, that from the deepest depths of our worst crises, we've always risen to our higher heights. We've always come out better than we went in. We've been tested before, just as we're being tested today, but we've never failed because we have never walked away from the core beliefs and promises that define this nation. Chief among those promises is the proposition that we are all created equal. We say that so often the time you're a kid in school. Sometimes we wonder sometimes if they're just rhetoric. But we're an idea. The only country based on an idea, not geography, not religion, not ethnicity, but an idea. We're all created equal. The laws are instituted among people to protect the vulnerable, to check those with power, and to guarantee the pursuit of justice. And to realize these promises requires a principled patriotism. A patriotism that recognizes that no person, no party, no interest can take precedent over the American project. Project that has come up short in many ways, but which continues even in this hour. A project that says we're all in this together, and the ambitions of a few cannot be allowed to prevail over the aspirations of the many. That's how I see America on July the 4th, as big and a big-hearted place, where we debate and disagree, yet we're united by a love of country. And as has been before in our history, in times of war and division, of growth and change, the 4th of July comes at a critical moment. Our economy is growing, but not without pain. Liberty is under assault both here and abroad. In recent days, there's been reason to think that this country is moving backward, that freedom is being reduced, that rights we assumed were protected are no longer. A reminder that we remain in an ongoing battle for the soul of America, as we have for over 200 years. I know it can be exhausting and unsettling, but tonight, I want you to know we're going to get through all of this. For all that we have faced, that we are going to get through this, and look how far we've come. We're reclaiming our way of life in a pandemic. Vaccines are nearly available to every American. Restrictions lifted the 4th of July, together again at the White House. And for all the challenges, America has the strongest economy in the world. More people working and starting businesses, more young people graduating from high school and college than ever before. I just returned from an important trip, the military will understand, to Europe, the NATO meeting. We're relying on what we can do to rally the free world to defend freedom. Before I left for Europe, I signed a law, the first real gun safety law in 30 years. And things will get better still, but not without more hard work together. You all heard what happened. You all heard what happened today. But each day, we're reminded there's nothing guaranteed about our democracy. Nothing guaranteed about our way of life. We have to fight for it, defend it, and earn it by voting. To refine, evolve, and extend the calling of America to move forward boldly and unafraid. And this day reminds us of what brought us together long ago, what binds us still, and at our best, what we strive for. It's we, the people, not a hollow phrase in America, we, the people, doing all we can to ensure that the idea of America, the cause of freedom and justice and equality, does more than survive the divisions of our time, but that it shines like the sun to light up the future of our world. I know we can do this. I know many Americans look around today and see a divided country and are deeply worried about that fact. I understand, but I believe we're more united than we are divided. Even more, I believe it's a choice we make, and I believe it's within our power to choose unity and unity of purpose. As I look out tonight here at the White House, I see so many military families who understand the essential American truth. It's the greatest honor to serve as your commander-in-chief, and Jill and I are humbled to be with you tonight. Tomorrow, we'll be bestowing the Medal of Honor, the highest military award to heroic service members who represent the best of America, the backbone, the sinew, the spine of America. And on Thursday, I will bestow the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian award, to extraordinary Americans who embody and endure the enduring character of this nation. All of them, all of you, are reminders that we're a great nation because we're good people. It's because of you I've never been more optimistic about America than I am today. An optimism that digs deep, never gives up. That's America. That's America. So on this day, amid the storm and strife, may we commit ourselves to a principled patriotism, to the large and complex mission to protect and make a more perfect our union, make real the Declaration of our independence, ensure that America is forever a place not marked by the thirst for power at any cost, but by a covenant of trust and hope and promise. Happy 4th of July, America. May God bless America. May God protect our troops. Enjoy the day. Enjoy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks.
Okay, first of all, he didn't address it. That's one. He glossed over it. I think this is probably one of the most glaring examples that he doesn't have it all there. That's the speech that they wrote him, that he was supposed to say. He barely mentioned the situation that's happening in Illinois. What president wouldn't have made almost his whole entire speech about that? This guy does not care about people. What president wouldn't have made his whole entire speech about that? Am I wrong? Rod says they had hands dirty on this force. Told you. I'm gonna say this much. I don't disagree with you. I'm not saying that that's a thing, but I'm not gonna argue it. It's what the fuck. What up, Judah? What up, Charlie Champion? Did I say hi to you already? Shout out to Charlie Champion. Pulling up in here, dropping the cash out. Look, listen, pay attention. Watch, he has a speech that he's going to come out with this in about a day or two. Because they got to prep him. They have to prep him. He wasn't prepared to be able to have that discussion. He's not all there. Let me see if the news lady said anything.
President Biden there on the South Lawn of the White House speaking in broad terms about patriotism, about the nation, about how divided we are as a country, and his hope that we can get to a place of unity. And
Yo, you want to know the funniest shit? He couldn't even he had to concentrate walking down the stairs, yo. That nigga was just concentrating dumb hard walking down the stairs. Hold on.
On the White House speaking in
he was just concentrating dumb hard walking down the stairs. Watch.
Broad terms about patriotism, about the nation, about how divided we are as a country, and his hope that we can get to a place of unity. And I'm watching the president now because sometimes if he's working this rope line, there could be
Hold on. I fucked up.
Terms about patriotism, about the nation, about how divided we are as a country, and his hope that we can get to a place of unity. And I'm watching the president now because sometimes if he's working this rope line, there could be pool reporters in the vicinity of
Who the fuck walked downstairs and think they might fall?
The president making only an oblique
does that?
reference to the news that we have been covering now for the last several hours, and that
Listen
about
up.
patriotism, about the nation, about how divided we are as a country, and his hope that we can get to a place of unity. And I'm watching the president now because sometimes if he's working this rope line, there could be pool reporters in the vicinity of DL. I think they're probably stationed pretty far back. The president making only an oblique reference to the news that we have been covering now for the last several hours.
Don't tell me I'm not a journalist. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm doing. And don't tell me I don't know how to do it. How the first thing she say is basically the first thing I said. He didn't even mention it. That nigga just glossed over it. How the first thing she say is the first thing I say. I'm gonna replay it one more time because I want to see this dude walk down the stairs. Yo, I think she thought he might have fell too. I think she thought he was gonna fall. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her when he's coming down the stairs. Watch, I'm rewind it. Look at her when he's coming down the stairs too. I think she thought he was leaning on the crowd too. Hold on, no. We don't care about that.
About how divided we are as a country, and I hope that we can get to a place of unity. And I'm watching the president now because sometimes if he's working this rope line, there could be pool reporters in the vicinity. DL, I think they're probably stationed pretty far back. The president making only an oblique reference to the news that we have been covering now for the last several hours, and that is that horrific shooting in Highland Park, Illinois, a suburb just outside Chicago. 6 people killed at a 4th of July event, a 4th of July parade. At least 24 other people hurt and hospitalized, some of them seriously or critically injured, according to police. Let me bring in NBC's Kelly O'Donnell, who is also on the White House South Lawn. And Kelly, I know it's tough to hear. Thank you for your patience just a moment ago. The president made kind of a vague reference to the Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade, it sounded like, when he talked about fighting for rights in this country and continuing to fight. He referenced the gun safety law that Congress just passed and that he signed.
They already had a speech. Now, this is why I don't think, just so we can be clear, this is why I don't think they had anything to do with it, right? This is why. Listen. They would have had him prepared. This would have been the perfect opportunity for him to come out there and shine. They didn't have him prepared. He was only able to come out there and just say that a thing happened and some people got hurt. You know how Trump would have grandstanded? Y'all talk shit about Trump. But Trump would have been up there grandstanding. Trump would have had a good old time. Trump would have talked for an hour. Tell me where I'm wrong. Trump would have pointed the finger at that politician because they made a bad law a couple of years ago. He would have he would have pointed a finger at that politician because, you know, they agreed with some shit that was, if they didn't agree to that shit, then the thing would have happened. You know what Trump would have did? Trump would have been up there going bonkers. This nigga barely mentioned it. Tell me where I'm wrong. Trump would have been up there blaming everybody. The NBA, the NFL, that's who he's beefing with right now. He would have been blaming NFL. Who else he beefing with? Who else Trump beefing with? He would be blaming them. It would have been all their fault. The NFL somehow has something to do with this. Trump would have... I'm going to say this much about Trump, right? And I'm going to tell you this much. You want to know why these white people love Trump? You want to know why the MAGA fans love Trump? Pardon me. Let me say it like that. You want to know why the MAGA fans love Trump? Because there's some black people that love him too. You want to know why the MAGA fans love Trump? Because he is a Caucasian, shit-talking, don't give a fuck rat bastard. That's why they love him. And if you look at a lot of the people who we consider our heroes, they the same damn way. So you can't be mad at nobody for liking Trump. I don't like him, but I understand why people do. He a no-nonsense, shit-talking. He don't care. He gonna tell you what he think about that thing. And if he would have been president... right now, when he would have went up there, he would have had a fucking 1-hour conversation, lightning to Democrats, Republicans, whoever. Tell me a politician more entertaining than Donald Trump. He ain't really a politician. Oh man, I hope he don't make me president again. I hope Democrats give us a I hope the Democrats give us a better choice. Please, Democrats, don't try to push fucking Biden out there again. Please do something. God damn it, she's pretty. Please do something, Democrats. Do something. Sheesh. Biden and Kamala Harris is going to get smoked by Trump if you try to run him against Trump again. Smoked. Biden's done. Okay, hold on. Let's have a whole conversation about the war for 1 second. I'm sorry, and let me give you an update real quick about what's happening over here. In Illinois, there was a parade that happened. A young man, they saying he's a Caucasian. He had an assault rifle. He then started firing said assault rifle. 6 people are gone. About 26 more people are injured. He is currently on the run. He dropped the assault rifle and he went on the run. He booked it. They believe that he's going to more weapons. They believe he has more weapons or a stash or something along those lines. I want to say something real quick. Pay attention. Isn't this the same situation like that dude that was down in that school that ended up getting killed? Isn't this the same situation? Now, if he has a whole arsenal of guns somewhere, somebody is buying these dudes guns knowing that they're mentally unstable. When somebody is going through depression, we're supposed to give them love. Y'all gotta stop with this tough love shit. Y'all really gotta stop with that shit. Motherfuckers be going through all type of different mental health issues, and y'all say, I'm gonna give them tough love. And always doubles, triples, and fucking 10 times and 100 times multiplies and makes it worse. I didn't say Trump ain't a politician. I'm saying Trump is a politician. Then I said, well, you really ain't a politician. But I literally said he is a politician. But when I say ain't a politician, because when does he act like a... Oh, you're just being pedantic. And every little tiny thing that I say, you're going to criticize because I'm smarter than you, so you can't have an actual conversation about the overall facts. You have to try to have little tiny pedantic conversations about small little differences in something because you can't have a conversation with me about the actual facts. Your next comment is going to probably be insulting me. So, shout out. I'm about to kick you. Anyway... Coincidentally, that's what people do. They nitpick you when they're not smart enough to actually have an argument against what you're saying. They don't got a choice. They don't like you. You're saying something that's right. They got to nitpick you. You could nitpick anything. Tell me where I'm wrong. Anyway. I want to know if he went off and ran off to an arsenal. Because remember that kid that was in that school had an arsenal. Some dude bought it for him. Somebody bought it for him. Nobody know who bought it. It could have been a woman. It could have been a damn cat. What the fuck do I know? They got a dog that's worth $26 million. For everybody that don't know. Anybody could have bought it. That's the point I'm trying to make. Anybody could have bought it, man. They got a dog worth $26 million. It's crazy. So they're currently on a manhunt for him. I'm gonna fast forward this. Well, let's listen and see what this lady says. She's at the White House. It happened in Illinois. She's at the White House doing press. So let's see if she actually say anything about this.
With a much broader message about what's been happening in recent days and weeks in the United States, and less so about what happened earlier today. And so it was what I believe is probably just an ad-lib moment when the president made a reference after he reached...
What did I say?
The area.
Just real quick. What did I say? They already wrote him a script. They couldn't get him off script because he's not all the way there. So he had to stay with what they told him. You notice how she said it was an ad-lib moment. Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
And as for the shots themselves, police have described... Give us your professional assessment here, Chief Best. What does that video tell you?
Well, clearly, nothing there is unexpected. It looks like people were fleeing from the area. We can tell by the video at least the direction from which people were headed away from where the shots were fired. So someone looking at that would clearly, look, further upstream, so to speak, or up the street to see what happened, the direction that people were fleeing away from, the shots fired. We did see some, look like safety personnel, potentially officers, I'm not sure, headed back toward where the shots were potentially coming from, as others were fleeing the area.
And as for the shots themselves, police have described them as coming from a high-powered rifle. That is consistent with what you heard?
Yes, for sure. The burst of gunfire. Hard to hear, but definitely heard the burst of gunfire. We do know from previous accounts, from updates, that it was a high-powered rifle that was used.
Chief Best, we know that the suspected shooter is still on the loose. The suspected killer is still out there. Police are working to track him down. They've released somewhat of a description, right? Young white man between the ages of roughly 18 to 20 with long dark hair. He was wearing a white or a blue t-shirt, smaller build. They've asked for people to send surveillance video, a video like the one that you just watched here that we understand has been submitted to law enforcement. What would be happening right now? You know, at this point now, 6+ hours after the shooting itself happened. At what point is the investigation in and the manhunt, and how do you see that unfolding?
Boom.
Yeah, well, we're several hours into it, as you noted. There's a lot of things that have been going on. Clearly, you know, the immediacy of getting treatment for those who were shot and injured is happening, and you tell the hospitals. And now there's a plethora of law enforcement officials that are following up on every piece of evidence available. They're tracking so many different avenues, pulling video, getting video, as was played here, that from witnesses and others that may have been video.
All right, so basically, yeah, there's going to be a manhunt if they don't find. I hope there is, by the way. If they don't catch him, there should be a manhunt. So you're not really telling us anything. But that was a great question. She asked 3 questions and she found everything out. 3 questions. I thought I like that. That was good. That was good work. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm the furthest thing from a hater. I love to see somebody get, like, do it. Like, I want to chill. You understand? I don't want to boo. I want to chill. Anyway, dude is still on the loose. I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna come back for the Tonight Show tonight. Everybody be safe out there. Just be safe. You don't never know what's going on. These people are weirdos nowadays. We live in a weird time. Like, we live in a weird time. You understand what I'm saying? So, do what you can. And be safe out there. I'm out.